would share one more connection. Morgan's wrath. But first, he needed an introduction. Fortunately, he did not have far to look or long to wait, for his trusted friend and old comrade-at-arms Crispin, the Duke of Whitley, joined him in the next thudding beat of his heart. Revenge would soon be his. He could taste it, bitter and dark and delicious upon his tongue. He could feel it in the surge, the pounding pulse of blood coursing through his veins, much as it had before a battle, fierce, fast, consuming. It was a rush, and for the first time since his return to England, since he had been freed from captivity, he felt alive, so gloriously, viciously alive. "Morgan?" Crispin exchanged a stilted greeting with him, his bearing, his tone, and even his expression stiff with guilt, much as it had been ever since their reunion. Crispin had been with him on the peninsula that fateful day when El Corazon Oscuro had taken Morgan captive. The bleak, hideous, hateful day it had all begun. But he would not think of that day now. Nor would he think of the torture that had ensued. For if he did, then the madness would come, and he could not entertain the madness today. Today he must remain determined. Today he must stay the course and keep the madness at bay. He must begin his retribution. Imprisoned as he had been all those months, he had been given ample time to meticulously plan the foundation of his revenge. In the end, he had become so inured to even the beatings that he would separate his mind from his body. His mind would wander while his body faced unimaginable cruelties and degradations. And in his mind it was always London to which he returned, sweet revenge which he earned. His heart sped up, pounding in his chest and in his ears. But he could not give in here. He gulped down the rest of his punch to distract himself. "Tell me Kirkwood has something better than this swill hidden somewhere. Some misbegotten Scottish whisky, perhaps." "Of course he does," Crispin returned, studying him with a gaze reminiscent of the manner in which one would survey a wild animal, a snarling fox, perhaps, with its fangs bared, about to decimate creatures smaller than itself. "But one does not partake of whisky at balls, Searle." Morgan felt not so much like a snarling fox as a rampaging lion, hungry for blood. Too large and too angry and too voracious to be stopped. Balls would be so much less tedious if one did. A servant hovering nearby approached with a tray at the ready, whisking away his empty glass. "I am glad to see you here, Morgan." Crispin paused. "My Duchess has convinced me to play the role of the gentleman and indulge in the social whirl." "Glad to see me at all, you mean to say?" He cocked his head, considering his old friend, who had gone pale beneath his scrutiny. Together they had witnessed hell on earth. What he had endured on his own was a level beyond that, a 10th circle of hell, as it were, inexplicable. And he would not lie. He envied Crispin for escaping as he had, with nothing but a sore head and a return voyage to London to take his seat as the heir. Or while he had been beaten and interrogated, while he had been humiliated and abused in vile fashion. None of that had been Crispin's fault, it was true. Rather it had been the fault of El Corazon Oscuro, which was why he was standing here in this ballroom, dressed as if he cared about waltzing and bowing, and commenting upon the size of the gathering and the quality of the lords and ladies strutting about the room. Peacocks, all of them. But could he blame them? Truly blame them? He...